Hello everyone, welcome to Prakash IT. Today we are going to learn another new concept, that is path variable and request param. Okay, that is the query param. Okay, so whenever the user sends the request, okay, so then as part of the request we are sending some kind of data, right? So it may be a request. We are sending data in the form of query param, or it may be the form of request URI template. Okay, what is that? Let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you, like we are start from the beginning. We are this is the our context path, right? The application context path we are trying to get. Okay, whatever the URI we have configured as part of the control class, that we are trying. For example, here we are trying uh, railway reservation form or something. Railway reservation form. Okay, so this is what something I'm not remember exactly. So this is what we are trying just after the context path. Okay, so in order to access the request URI. Okay, so this is the simple, directly we are trying to access the controller, whatever the method we are written, and on top of that whatever the get mapping or request mapping we are annotated, the URL pattern that we are trying to get. Just think about including that, if you try to access something like this slash, then for example we are sending some ID 101, and then some question mark, then param equals param 1 equals to value 1, and param 2 equals to value 2, something like this. So as you can see, this is the context path. So after the context path, then this is the URL we have configured. Path we have defined on the top of the controller class, and 101, this is the value we are passing here. Okay, this is nothing but this is the URI, and including the URI we are sending the as part of the request template. This value we are sending as part of the request template. Okay, this will come. This is nothing but the path variable. Remember that this is the path variable, and after the question mark we are writing param 1 equals to value 1, and there is another request parameter that is there, param 2 equal to value 2. If multiple request param or query param that is there, then we have to write question mark, then param 1 equal to value 1, and we will separate both the query parameter as like ampersand symbol. Okay, this is how we can send the request with by using the path variable and request param. I mean to say query param. Okay, so this is how we can write. But in order to write the code to understand this, how we can write and how we can receive this request, let me go to the ID and write the code for that. Okay, so here we have configured already. We have worked on the uh, railway reservation, this one. Okay, so here we are not going to create any another new project. In this project only, I will demonstrate the concept, the path variable and the request param, that is the query parameter. Okay, so for that, let me go to the controller and create one class, that is um, food controller. Okay, whenever we are traveling, we are booking the ticket, there is a requirement that we can book the food as well. Okay, I have already added that food availed or not. Okay, so I'll write food controller. Okay, this is the food controller I have written. To make this class as a controller, what we have to do, we have to annotate as a controller. This will act as, this class will act as a controller class, you know this. Okay, so let me write one method, public string get veg food. I will write only consider veg food or non-veg food. Okay, we will consider this is a veg food method we have written. So here what we will do, this is the method, and after that we will return something, some view name. So this is the food view name I have given that. whenever the particular user, some user will hit for the food to book some food or to get some food, so the user has to request for the particular method and the URI we are going to give just now, and after the processing we should return one view, okay, in order to show that, okay, this is nothing but the food. Okay, let me go to the web app here, view, here I will create some JSP named food. This is the food we have created. Okay, okay, now let me go to, okay, let me close all other things, it will unnecessarily confuse you. Okay, fine, this is the food controller we have written. In order to get the request, so we have to annotate this method as get request mapping or get mapping. Get mapping, here we will pass what, will pass our value, means the parameter, right, the URL. Okay, what is the URL? Value is equals to slash uh, slash base. So let me like write the URL. This is the food, whoever this is the food, then okay. So here what I have done, I have written one method, then annotating this method as get mapping to handle the request. So I am giving the URL as food. Here what I will pass some value whenever the user will send this this kind of value as part of the request. That is the value as part of the request URI template. This is the request URI template. Inside, along with that, if user is sending the value, then that we can handle, with the help of the path variable. To handle that, we will write some food ID or veg food ID. Okay, this is the veg food ID. It will come the value. Then after that, this is the request, this is the request URI template. Okay, so the request will be the context path, then food, then this is the value it will come up to this. Okay, this will come as part of the request URI template. Okay, but user will send, in order to handle this template, I mean to say the value as part of the request URL template. So we have to take the request with the help of path variable. Okay, path path variable, here we have to write the exact thing, that is the veg food ID. It should match. Okay, and what is the type of that, we have to specify here, string. Then we can write anything, veg food ID, or simply ID we can also write, or food ID, food ID. So anything we can write, but this and this should match, otherwise we will get some exception. Okay, and then along with the path variable, user is sending the query parameter. Okay, what is the type of food, like veg, in the veg food, this is the veg ID we have selected, and what is the name of that veg food. If we select the veg ID is something, we will get the as part of the path variable, and whenever the user sends the request as part of the request URI template, the value that we are trying to access with the help of the path variable. You know what is the use of the path variable now. There may be some scenario like user is sending the request as part of the query parameter. In order to handle that, I have already shown param1 equal to value 1 and param2 equal to value 2, like this. Okay, so in order to get that query parameter, like in order to access the value from the query parameter, what we have to write, we have to write request param, then inside that we have to pass value is equals to the param name is equals to veg meal. Okay, this is the veg meal name. Let me take some name, that is the key. So what I have done, we have to write the request parameter, the param1, and what type of this. This is a string type, string, and uh, whatever the user will send the as part of the base mail name is equals to some base mail name that we have to bind with the some variable. Okay, that is, let me take base mail. So this base food ID that will come as part of the request URI template, and this base meal name, whatever the base meal name user has selected ID, that base meal name has come as part of the request query param. Okay, not only one query param, I want to introduce like two query parameter we want to get. Okay, so for that we have to write another query parameter. For this time, let me write base soup. Okay, veg soup name, and this is veg soup. Okay, veg soup. Okay, so this is the this user will send the first one, veg food ID. This user will send as part of the request URI template, and this veg meal name and veg soup name that will come as at the query parameter or request parameter. Okay, so in order to get that, we will make use of the query request param. Whenever the request URI template value, that we will try to access with the help of the path variable. The difference is that you have to remember. Okay, so once all these things we captured, then what, in order to send whatever the value we capture as part of the path variable, as part of the request parameter, all the value we want to send from this particular controller to some resource or some page, here particularly to the food page. In order to make it traverse from this controller to the particular page, we have to make use of the model or model attribute or model view something. So here we are going to use some model. Okay, model, let me alt enter, let me write these things. Okay, so this is the complete method we have written, and then what we will write in, whenever we have added the model, we have introduced the model. Okay, in order to ship all the whatever the value we got to the another page or resource, then we have to add to the model attribute. Okay, model dot add attribute, and here we will write the key name and the attribute value, key name and value. Okay, the food ID, we will write this is the food ID, and comma the attribute name, and attribute value is the food ID. Okay, this is the one attribute, and similarly we will copy this three times, and we will let write veg meal name. This is the veg meal name, and this is veg meal. Okay, and this is the veg soup name. This is the veg soup name, and this is veg soup. Okay, all these things we have binded to the model attribute. Okay, so whatever the things we have just binded, that will capture and with this key. Okay, so if I go to the particular food.jsp, here what I will write, I will write one heading h1 tag, like food, you have food you have ordered ordered. Okay, or food details you have, which you have ordered, which you have ordered. Okay, so this way I will write, and I will write one hr tag, so that an horizontal line will come. Then in order to get the in order to get whatever the model attribute we have added, in order to get that, we have to use the placeholder, right? That is curly brace, this parenthesis, inside that what we have to call, we have to write uh, food id. Okay, this is the food id. Okay, food id, this is let me write, this is the food. Okay, let me copy and let me write, this is the food id, and this is the things, and I will write one br, and I will copy three times, and instead of food id I will write veg meal, right? Veg meal name. Okay, so this is the veg meal name, and this is the soup, veg soup name, veg soup name. Okay, so if I call you, once the user has sent the request, then we should get the veg food ID, whatever the ID user will pass, and whatever the veg meal name and veg soup name. Okay, so let me try to deploy the application. Let me try to access the application from the URL. Okay. Okay, so it will take some time to deploy the application. Then we'll frame the URL and try to access this application in order to get that. Okay, I have added everything, right? Get mapping, controller, everything I have added. Okay, no need to worry. So let me food and the ID. Okay, this is the URL. Okay, then food. Okay, let me try with another one. This is the reservation one. Then I have written food, then slash, then the veg food ID. That ID I will pass as uh, URI template. Okay, as part of the URI template. Then after that we have to pass the query parameter. Query parameter is nothing but, what is that? Query parameter is nothing but the whatever the things, the veg meal name, veg soup name. Okay, this is the two things. Query, it will come as query parameter. Okay, veg meal name is equals to some paneer thali. Okay, paneer thali, and we will separate the two query parameter in with the help of ampersand. Okay, then what is that name, other name, it should not it should not make any kind of mistakes. I would, what I will do, I'll copy the veg soup name, and then I'll go to this one and I will paste that, and veg soup name I will name it uh, tomato soup. Okay, so what I have done, I have requested, this is the context path, then the URL, and this is the path param value I am passing, and this is the query string. To make the query string separate, I have to write I have used the question mark. This is the query parameter, one query parameter and another query parameter. If you want also the path parameter also, we can make it multiple, but for the time being we have used only one parameter. Let me give the request. Okay, so the food details which you have ordered, the food ID is 101, and whatever the food you have ordered, that is the veg meal, that is paneer thali and tomato soup. This is the soup name. Okay, you have ordered. This is the things you have ordered. Okay. So let me recap once again. What is the difference between the path param and the request param or the query parameter? Okay, whenever the user is sending the value as part of the request here URI, in order to handle or in order to access the that particular value here 101, in this particular value we should make use of the uh, path variable. Okay, to get access to this particular value. Okay, as part of the request URI template, and after the question mark, in order to get access the value, this particular value uh, from the key, this is the key, and the to get the query parameter we should use request parameter. Okay, this is the two different, the main the two things, the purpose is same. Here it is accessing path parameter is used to get the value, the get the what I can say, the request from the URL. Okay, and this is the request, this is also trying to get the um, value from the URL. I mean to say, the whatever the user is requesting, that we are getting the with the help of the path variable, and as well as the with the help of request param. Okay, both the purpose is same for both the thing. That only difference is that as part of the path variable, the value we are sending as part of the request URI template, which we are trying to get as part of the path variable, but instead in at the time of query parameter we are using at the rate of request param. Okay, request param like this. Okay, request param, and here also one annotation is there. one value is there, and that is mandatory or something. What is that? Some required. Okay, required is there. Required is true means this I am making this base meal name is compulsory, and if I write some required is equals to false, uh, there may be a chance that we may send this value or may not. Okay, this you can try by how you will try. You will go to the URI and you will try by passing only the base meal name. Okay, no need to send these things. Okay, so what you can do, we can code this one, so at that time you will not get any error. Okay, let me go to the application. If you want to test, we have to redeploy the application, then we have to redeploy the application and we have to restart again, retest again. Okay, so let's wait till the application is deployed, then we'll test. Okay, okay, as you can see the request has been the application is deployed. Let me go to this one and let me try to hit this one. Okay, this time we got something. Okay, let me copy otherwise this one, and I will try to hit from here. Okay, so food ID equal to this one, veg meal name is paneer thali. Only these things we are passing. Okay, and veg soup we are not passing. Okay, so if I make it like veg soup name, if I change the request the veg soup name instead of veg meal name, if I write the veg soup name, then what is the issue we will get? Let me show you. Let me write soup, veg soup. Okay, this is the things I just wanted to give you the request. Okay, the required parameter veg meal name is not present. You got the error, right? Required parameter, we have made veg meal name as mandatory. Parameter is required, but we are not passing veg soup name, we are only passing. Okay, that means whatever the uh, okay, whatever the parameter, the request parameter you make required as true, then these things, that request value we need to pass. Okay, otherwise it will throw error that you have not passed for the particular request parameter. Okay, so keep it in mind. Okay, so I hope this path variable and request param is clear to you people. Okay, that's all for this video. We'll meet in the next video with a new content. Thank you.